So here we are. So what am I looking at? And we're seeing that the word ner, we already had a definition of how we work the word ner, which is actually Yud K Vav K plus Akya, Yud K Vav K plus Elokim, Yud K Vav K plus Adni. If you add them up together, and we've seen this and talked about it, it comes a gematria of 250, which is a gematria of ner. So basically what the Rab is saying and what the Rashash is showing us here is how ner, the concept of ner, can be broken down. Exactly what it means that it's broken down is that I'll show you, and maybe we'll get to, maybe this will be a shirt tomorrow, maybe we'll get a shirt today. And exactly what we're talking about is the flow of light. So let's look at this drawing that we have right now. What is it? It's very similar to other ones we've seen before, where we're talking about the Ketzer, then the Chabad, that's the words on the right, and then the Zad, the Zayin Tachtonos. But what we actually have here is called a Shiluv, that is a combination of the name Havaya with the name Akya, the name Havaya with the name Elokim, and the name Havaya with the name Adni. But in this case, not only is the Havaya spelled out, for example, every other set of letters. So let's look at it like this. It's Yud Vav Daled K Yud, Vav Yud Vav K Yud. Then let's go to the second. And we'll leapfrog also. Is Aleph Lamed K, K Yud, Yud Vav Daled K Yud. That's a shiluf of the Miluyim of Havaya and Akya. Then we come over to the next part, and the Rab is saying that this is coming down from the Ketzer, Zera Anpen. And we'll see it again at what we saw yesterday in the word Lahadlik, but this is just the concept of what the ner itself looks like. Then the next one is Yud Vav Daled, skip a letter, it's K Yud. The next is Vav Yud Vav, and the next one is K Yud, and then it ends, let's see what I do wrong. So this Kavanah, I said it wrong, so let me go to the second one and let me try it again. So that was, the first part was for Kesser, where you had, in the Kesser, you had a Miluyim of Havaya, and you also had a Miluyim of Akya. In the second one, though, it changes. And here we say that this is Yud Vav Daled, which is the Miluyim of Havaya, then just the letter Aleph of the name Elokim. Then you have the K Yud, which goes with Yud K Vav K. This would be the spelling out of the K. Then just a single letter Lamed. Then Vav Aleph Vav of Yud K Vav K. Then the single letter K. And then K Yud from Yud K Vav K. And finally the last two letters are the letters Yud and Mem of Elokim. That is a shiluf, which he called the shiluf of Chabad. Let's go on to the last one. The last one is called the Shiluf of the Zat. Now, all of these are like pouring. This is the concept of the ner. This is what it looks like when it shines. Right? Understanding that the energy source, the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, is inside of these letters, shining outwards through them, as if they were, each one was its own filter. So the last one, which refers to the Zayin Tachtonis, which is Chagad Nehim, is Yud Vav Daled is spelled out again, but the Aleph of Adni is not. The K Aleph is spelled with the Miluyim of Alofim, and then the Vav Aleph Vav is spelled, as you see, it's spelled out, but there's a Daled in between it, just a simple Daled, and then after the Vav Aleph Vav is a Nun from Adni, then K Aleph, and then Yud of Adni. Now, one thing I missed, I'm learning this along with you, is that in this one, this is the Miluyim called Av. This is the Miluyim called Sag, and this is the Miluyim called Ma, and these two, that is the Yud Aleph, then K Yud Lamed, that's the Miluyim with Elokim, and the Miluyim with the Adni are only the Miluyim of the Akya, of the Havaya, together with the simple Pasha, which we call the Pasha of the other names. Now let's go over here on this side here and see if I can't put this together. He says the first name is called Atik V'Nuk, Eric Anpin V'Nuk. That goes along with Kesser. So those of you who are not familiar with this idea is Atik. Atik is the parts of which is Panimi to Eric Anpin. So it is the most high reference that we have. So Atik is a female counterpart. And then he's Panimi to Eric Anpin, and he has a female counterpart also. So everything is male and female in this idea. This is how it shines, the candle shines. That represents Kesser. Then we come down to the Chochmah Bina Das, which is the Rosh, the brain matter inside. And over there we say this particular refers to Abba Ve'ima, which are male and female. And Yisrael Sava Tavuna, which are also male and female. So this is a shilov of opposites. That's the shiluvim. That's what the candle does. Next is Yud Vav Daled, and then we have the rest of the interspersed with the Miluyim of Alafim. We have the name Adni. This refers to Zun, Zohar V'Nuk, the lowest level, and also even lower than that is Yaakov and Rachel, who surround them. So that's a basic idea. If you could look at it and you could see the different parts to it, it's a tremendous aliyah by itself. Now let's just look back onto what we saw yesterday, so a little bit of review. We talked here about the concept of lahadlik. So lahadlik is that when you say the word lahadlik, this is what's happening. Hadlik means what? To ignite or to kindle. So you're lighting the lights. And here they come. First is the Shem Av by itself, then the Shem Sag by itself, then the name Ma by itself. These are the lights falling down. And in the left side, when we look over here, and we see this is coming, this name, Av, is coming for the Chabad of Zer Anpin. These are Mochin and lights. They're coming from also the Machagat, the Zer Anpin. So that's this name, which is the name of Sag. And then the name of Ma refers to the Nai of Zer Anpin. That's the lower three spheres of Zer Anpin. And where are they going? They're going from Zer Anpin to the Nukva Zer Anpin, which is the name Ben. That is the part that was broken. That's the Malchus who has been minimized in her size. And guess what? That's the shir for today. This is Baruch Fleischman, really a shir on the Rashash, and tomorrow we'll see, actually in the words of the Rav, in the Shar Kavanos.